smells. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the app Alomoves and give you guys some thoughts and feedback about the app for yoga and other fitness programming. I had the app for about a year, starting at the beginning of 2020, and I thought it would be a good time to give you guys some feedback and my thoughts on it, so you guys can make a decision for yourself if this is something that you are interested in purchasing or subscribing to. Alomoves is an app owned by the company Alo. They also have a fitness apparel brand that is very popular. The app is available iOS app and Android store, I believe, for your phone, tablet. It is also available on Apple TV and might be available on other smart TV apps as well. We have Apple, so I'm more familiar with that ecosystem, so I do know it is available on the Apple TV devices. The app, I purchased it for, I believe, $99 for a whole year. They tend to have some sort of sale around January, so I will insert some text here if there is still a sale going on, but it's probably pretty likely that they are, for a whole year, which is a fairly decent price, I thought. The app provides on-demand programming and videos, mainly focusing on yoga, and that is the reason that I decided to purchase the app. I had been taking studio yoga classes pretty regularly pre-COVID, and I had really missed it, so I was hoping that this would take the place of studio yoga classes for me. But they also offer a lot of like Pilates, mat fitness workouts, and just sort of a variety of different things. However, I believe the original focus and the main focus remains largely yoga, but they have sort of shifted a little bit to more sort of fitness focused programming in the last year or so. They have some really awesome instructors. Their backgrounds and studio locations are gorgeous and just really pretty to look at while you're working out with the instructors on the app, which is a nice little plus. The app itself is pretty clean. There is a calendar, and you can sort of select a workout post-workout and just like mark it as done, and it can show you sort of streaks and that sort of thing. Filtering is pretty decent, and you can favorite programs or classes to refer to later, which is also a great feature. Some pros to the Alomoves app is that there are a variety of yoga options, and I'm going to speak specifically to mostly the yoga options as that's sort of what I use it for, but there are a variety of yoga options from like very beginner to pretty advanced, so chances are wherever you are in your yoga journey you will find something that is suitable for you. There's a ton of variety in instructors, which is great, so you will find somebody that you jive with, which I also really appreciate. There is a variety of workout options, like I mentioned, primarily a lot of yoga, but there's also a lot of strength, bar, Pilates, mat fitness, that sort of thing available. Beautiful locations. The video quality is excellent, and like I said, the visuals are just generally very nice. It's got a very modern, clean, very appealing visual to it, which I personally really enjoy. And the app is of course available on Apple TV. Some cons: the programming on Alomoves really only focuses on a lot of mat-based workouts, so if you're looking to use like dumbbells or something like that, it is or at least from my experience, I didn't see any, or if there is, it's pretty limited. There's no walking, running, or cycling programming, at least that I saw myself. It is a little bit pricey, you know, just based on that sort of more limited amount of workout types. There are apps out there that provide a larger variety for a similar price. The app itself could use a little bit more functionality, in my opinion, like I mentioned before, to really like create that streak that you're looking for, like a check mark on each day. You actually have to do the workout and then go into your app on your phone or tablet and mark it as complete. It's not automatic, which was a minor frustration point for me. It was just really annoying to have to remember to do that, as if I were to do a workout, for example, on my TV, it wouldn't check it off automatically, and for that matter, if I did it on my iPad, I would still have to go in and click the button after, which was just sort of a minor annoyance. Also couldn't schedule any workouts, which was a real bummer for me, as that's something I really personally enjoy doing, so you couldn't like schedule a workout, for example. And then of course the filtering feature, while good, could be improved, I think. So some things about Alomoves that I really like is that it really gives you sort of a yoga studio vibe. So if you've ever been to a yoga studio, the vibe of the classes are very similar, and with Shavasana. The programming that I have experienced on Alomoves, really there's huge variety, like I said. So The instruction is very clear. They give you very good call outs and pointers. The beginner classes are great, and they have some very, in my opinion, quite advanced poses that help flow you into those poses, which is also really great. I also want to take a moment to compare it to some tonal yoga classes that I've taken, as well as the Peloton yoga classes that I've taken. And caveat with, I obviously have taken more yoga classes on Alomoves than on Tonal or Peloton, so just keep that in mind as I walk through this. So Tonal offers some yoga classes right now on their platform, both on the on-the-go app as well as on the machine itself. The classes are pretty limited at this time, but they are good. There's, in my opinion, less of a yoga studio flowy vibe to it. I really like, and that's what I'm looking for in a yoga class. But it's fine. Like, you know, I don't know that it would necessarily be something where you would need like a Tonal membership and then a separate yoga membership, unless you are like really digging, like you spend lots of time doing yoga like multiple times a week and you're like really into it. Like maybe that would be Alomoves might be a really good like sort of add-on to Tonal. I think, you know, the Tonal classes are fine. There are some variety in like classes. There's more limited number of instructors. Flows, in my opinion, are not as flowy as Alomoves, so those are just some thoughts. There's just not as much variety, but I think as time goes on there will likely be more. In terms of the Peloton yoga class, I've only taken one so far. I've only recently started on the Peloton app, but I really truly enjoyed the class that I took on Peloton. It gave me that like studio yoga vibe to it. It was adequately flowy. The instructor gave great call out. The movements sequenced and flowed very well. The music was on point, which I really enjoyed. The class that I took was on the easier side, so I'm hopeful that I will find some more challenging classes on the Peloton app, but I will certainly provide another video on it if that's something you guys are interested in. But I'm fairly confident that I will find more challenging yoga flows as well, if that's something that I'm looking for on a particular day. In terms of value, I think the Peloton app might have a better value in terms of the variety of classes that you get, because there's mat-based workout, Pilates bar, I think there's boxing now, there's running, cycling, walking, all of these sort of variety of things. That being said, I believe the Peloton app is just marginally more expensive right now, take into account the Alomoves discount at the beginning of the year. So I think really it depends on sort of what it is that you personally are going for. If you're really big into yoga and more mat-based movement, Alomoves is great, and I highly recommend checking it out, especially if they're running their deal right now. I really enjoyed using the app. However, for myself personally, I decided not to renew my membership based on a couple of factors. The first being that my interests and routine have just changed. I was very much into sort of more of a flowy exercise routine at the beginning of 2020, and that has largely changed to be a lot more sort of strength based, as well as just a variety based. I got my spin bike recently, so Peloton just sort of fits that vibe a little bit better. And then the second reason is I just didn't find need to keep both subscriptions. Those are sort of my reasons. I think both options are great, and I'm sure there are other options as well that I looked into when I decided on Alomoves. I did actually do free trials for Alo as well as a couple of other options, but I decided that Alo had the best sort of studio vibe that I was looking for personally, and I would encourage you to just try out a few and see what you like best. In terms of instructors, I really like Brandy Smith on Alomoves, so I highly recommend you guys check her out if you do have Alomoves. I hope this video was helpful and entertaining for you guys. Please comment below if you have any suggestions or any other kind of content that you'd like to see, or if you have any questions around either the Alomoves app, Peloton app, or the Tonal app. I'm happy to answer what I can. So that's all from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.